Welcome back to the show, everybody. Well, we got some news for you. The SEC, the CFTC, the G7. And guess what else? We got Ripple, our banks, inching closer to XRP. I think you're going to see it today. And guess what else is going on today? XRP's 52 cents. It's up over 30% right now. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You can follow us on TikTok, YouTube, or Twitter for exclusive content. Right now, it's $1.18 trillion market cap for cryptocurrency. It is off by 2%, but not XRP, baby. 27,000 slightly over for Bitcoin right now. Ethereum, 1741 and change. Tether market cap is 79.4 billion plus. Keeping an eye on it, ladies and gentlemen. 50 cents right now on CoinGecko. It says it's up 3.3 in the 24-hour, 33.2% on the 7-day, ladies and gentlemen. But look at this. Fiat Link says it's 52 cents and climbing right now. Oh, we're going to be watching this all day. You can bank on it. Let's get started. For those of you that don't know, take a listen to this right now. Link2 has cut their minimums from $10,000 to $5,000 on their investments on the platform. Private equity at its best. Take a listen from Ray Fuentes from the Link2 fam.
PolySign subsidiary MG Stover was voted winner for the Best Administrator Technology during HedgeWeek's U.S. Digital Asset Awards of 2023. PolySign CEO Jack McDonald mentioned winning the award validates their vision to build best-in-class institutional solutions. PolySign is fully subscribed on our platform. However, we secured a small block and it will be available on our platform this Wednesday, March 29th at a $5,000 minimum. Shifting gears, president of Ripple Labs, Monica Long, made an appearance on CNBC's Squawk Box while attending Paris Blockchain Week. Monica confirmed Ripple is furthering its global expansion regardless of what we hear in mainstream media. Ripple is cementing itself as a global leader by expanding its reach in Japan, the UK, Singapore, Switzerland, France, and the Middle East. To learn more about or to build your private market investment portfolio, including the Link2 portfolio companies paving the way for innovation, visit link2.com today.
This is technology that, the genie's out of the bottle. You can't put it back in. It's going to exist.
Absolutely, it's going to exist. Shout out to Monica Long for that one. And you know what? Don't forget that Link2 also has incredible products from other areas too, like artificial intelligence. Make sure you check out that platform. Click the link to the sponsor underneath the video there. Deaton says, or asks rather, Ripple to help MoneyGram and Western Union cut transfer fees. I know you charge 9 to 15% for people to send money internationally. We could do it for less than a penny. Use our tech and miss out on those high friction fees you are used to. You know, what a great angle this is, because this is exactly what Ripple does. And we know that they were partnered with MoneyGram back in the day, and the lawsuit made that go away. And then Stellar stepped in, which I find unique, by the way. But nevertheless, that's a conversation for another video. We'll get into that. Let's stay on track here. CFTC complaint. If you haven't heard by now, the CFTC is suing Binance and CZ. CFTC complaint appears to contain an incomplete recitation of facts, and Binance.com, the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange by trading volume, does not trade for profit or manipulate the market under any circumstances. Well, the plot thickens. Not only is there a disagreement in the facts over the lawsuit, there's a disagreement between the SEC and the CFTC. But I thought Gary said everything was really clear. Oh, goodness gracious. You know what's the scariest part of all of this? Is that Congress could fix this. And then the exciting part of it is that Congress could fix this. What do I mean by that? I basically mean the scary part is that we're counting on Congress to fix this. But the good news is that Congress could fix this. Can I get into Congress? Can I go get a check and then just be just as upset and pissed off as all of us are and just make tweets like the rest of the citizens? What in the world is going on there? Is it just the fact that I'm 51 now and I just see it clearer, that it's always been this way, Bradley? It's always been this way. You haven't had the awareness to see it, but it's always been this way. Or has it just gotten worse? I don't know the answer. I'd like someone in Congress to fill in the blank, though. However it goes here, they are after Binance. They are making a statement, and it does appear that the U.S. Commodities Futures Trading Commission is absolutely setting this as a tone between the SEC and the agency CFTC. And obviously, Congress could come in and write legislation to straighten all of that out and put every agency back in their own lane. But you know what? I think John Deaton's got that right. We're not going to see crypto legislation broadly for at least another 2 years. That doesn't mean stablecoin legislation, but crypto legislation. I do believe that's going to take some time. That's why I think the SEC versus Ripple case is so important, because I think that's the only thing that we're going to get in a major way that's going to give some direction to this market, let alone Ripple and XRP. Speaking of which, Stuart Alderati said the SEC's claim that crypto companies should come in and register is a bait and switch trap. Well, I don't think you could say this any better. Shout out to Stuart Alderati for that. But while all of this is going on at home, it is important to understand what's happening on the global stage. The G7 nations could supposedly introduce a global cryptocurrency regulatory framework by July of this year. Now, I went through the article and everything with it, and it says exactly that, and there's not much more to glean from it, to be honest. But July of this year just happens to be around the same window of time that NASDAQ is going to open up their custody for crypto. I'm sure it's completely coincidental, right? This is, or Fidelity and how they're opening up now to sell to their 37 plus million customers, Bitcoin and Ethereum. I'm sure all of this is just, it's a coincidence. It couldn't be possibly connected. Oh boy. But here we go. We get a little window and some understanding here. It's a great thread from Wrath of Common. And we're going to look at some charts, too, to try to tell us where we're going now that we're above this 50-cent level. So don't go anywhere. Wrath of Common says this recent document here by Ripple back in August published Payments by the Numbers guide that sets their course very clearly, presenting 3 use cases: remittances, small, medium enterprises, SME payments, and treasury flows. Surprised this hasn't generated more discussion as it's illuminating. If you go through this, you see the 3 use cases it lays out, and they are remittances, SMEs, and treasury. And it shows Tranglo for remittance, Novati for payments for SMEs, and people for treasury. Now, what's interesting about this really comes up here in just a second here. This important framing clarifying as they are the major partner investments from the last couple of years that are using RippleNet with XRP. There are other partners, of course, but these are the XRP users. And the brochure touts 5 benefits of using XRP for payments. Each case emphasized different benefits, and so in order. So it shows no pre-funding of accounts, right? Lower costs, faster payments, new markets, anytime access. It goes on to say here, Tranglo is the key partner here for noting use of on-demand liquidity rails in the Philippines primarily, with more corridors being introduced. XRP benefits, lower cost, faster payments. On the SME side of payments, it says Novati uses it for SMEs, business to business, B2B, touting the agility to meet vendor supply payments, helpful to see given breadth of Novati's efforts, including the AUDD launched on Stellar. They are bootstrapping cross-border business-to-business processes with speed, lower cost, new markets. Then you see the treasury with the peoples. It says here, use is the most interesting. And it really is. With a global footprint, they move between currencies in connection with card scheme settlements. That is absolutely compelling and interesting right there. Leveraging XRP to obtain the foreign currency liquidity they need at the start of each week. And it says here, this particularly interesting backing a card scheme with regular weekly use that relies on an old promise of XRP, eliminating pre-funding. No banks aren't using XRP yet, but this is inching closer. Multinationals not needing banks for treasury movements. Now, this is something we talk about a lot on a grander scale here on the channel, because that is the ultimate goal. That's why I'm a perma-bull in this space, right? That's what makes me a speculative investor. Even though we don't have the full facts and data and information, everything is pointing to what Rathacommon is suggesting here and seeing for himself, which is that this is inching ever so closer to the place that the ultimate journey and destination of XRP for sure. And that's in this particular arena. There's other things. We're not even talking about central banks. Looking at these three use cases, from a personal remittance to SMEs to something institutional and treasury movements, I wonder to what degree this represents an expansion of XRP use heading towards banks. Capturing significant market share in these alone would be huge. I happen to believe not only is that accurate the way he's looking, I think he's seeing it there, but I believe it's even more than that. These smaller markets, these more accessible markets and partners for Ripple, because they're not banks, allow it to be one giant litmus test for all those different use cases and benefits. Context, he says here, is that when Ripple changed their marketing and clarified their pitch to three offerings, cross-border payments, crypto liquidity, and CBDCs, the XRP community wondered where XRP fits in. It's as a bridge. This doc falls under the cross-border payments wing and details how XRP is a part of it. Absolutely. And then it goes on to finish the thoughts of what he's talking about there. I'll read this one here. Organizing how they are addressing the markets is a bit of a challenge, so this is helpful to map it out. Sure, there are other ways XRP Ledger might be used, CBDCs or XRP, within the liquidity hub, but this is the payments approach, and I think there's more to come with tokenization. I think that is absolutely spot on when we understand that tokenization itself of the traditional markets is the largest part of the digital revolution. Don't believe that. It's still true. Shout out to Rathacommon for that. Follow him. Now, let's take a look at what's going on here, because we know that we're at 52 cents. And before we look at this, as a matter of fact, let's take a look, see if we've gone up any. See where we're at here. We'll refresh the page real quick while we're all looking at it. Let's see what we got. Looks like we're holding steady at 52, and that's okay. I'm not upset about it. Back to 51 for the moment, but that's all right. Let's see what's going on here. Because Eggrad Crypto says on the 4-hour time frame, just a short time ago, he says XRP has come close above the 1.049 cent mark for the Fibonacci. In order to negate this move being a retracement, it will indicate it is wave 3 of sub-wave 1. To make it simple, closing above 49 cents is a confirmation of bullish continuation. Well, we're going to keep an eye on it because we're certainly excited about it right now at 51 cents. And then this was interesting. Thought this was really important here. XRP diamond bottom. Now, I don't know how to tell a diamond bottom, but Eggrad Crypto does. But what I can tell you is I got diamond hands, baby. Yeah. He says here, 50 cents to 55 cents. Looking for a $10 update on the chart is also seen in the diamond bottom bullish formation, playing a major resistant. For XRP to break to the upside, 50 to 55 cent range must be penetrated. I have full conviction that XRP will shock everyone, including top-notch XRP Army and XRP Army influencers. All charts and all formations screaming for a breakout. Be patient. Do not rush things. It will come. I tell you what, that's a great place to leave it, and it's not financial advice from me, Eggrad Crypto, or anyone else. It's just our digital perspectives. Head on a swivel. XRP's out for a jog today. I'll catch all of you on the next one.